Hi guys, welcome back. So today we are going to do this little travel, I call it a travel ephemera holder because I can just take some ephemera with me very easily, and then when I get home I can take these little cards out and I can actually store them. And show you what I store them in. It's just the little thing from the Dollar Tree. So you can just simply take the ephemera and stick it down in there like that, the cards. And so it just makes it really easy. It's not for a whole lot of ephemera. I mean, you could, but you know, just like when I'm going somewhere and I just need a little bit, this is perfect. So we're going to show you, we're going to make this together today. It's not going to be a long video because it's really not difficult. Plus my husband's on the way home, and so the dogs will go crazy when he gets here. So there's that. So let's go ahead and let's get started so that we can try and get this done. Now I am using, and you can use any size card. You don't have to use index cards. You can use anything. I'm just using these index cards because I have them and I can write on the back of them, and I need to do something with them because I don't use them anymore. So that's what we're going to use as kind of like our base, but we will be covering one side of them. So the first thing we need to do is make our cover. Now I laminated my cover. You do not have to laminate your cover. I would just suggest, if you're not going to do it laminated or something, I would say use a really thick cardstock, maybe even a chipboard or something, just so that your cover has a little bit of stability to it. But even at that, it doesn't have to. So because I'm using these, I think these are like 3x5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Let me see what's. So I think these, look, I think I already have these cut. So these are at 4 inches by 5.5 inches, and that's the size that I use for my cover. And this is just some Tim Holtz paper, and I actually already have 2 laminated so that we can just go ahead and get right into it. Now you want to punch a hole, or punch 2 holes about where you think you would want them to be. Let me use my other little hole punch so I can actually see. Okay, so you just want to punch 2 holes in it. You know, you don't have to measure or anything like that. So we're just going to punch 2 holes right, you know, right about there is fine. That's good. I'm perfectly fine with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our first. These, man, when did they start making index cards so thin? I remember when index cards used to be like really thick. I mean, this is just nothing more than like paper. Let me see if these are any thicker. Yeah, these are a little thicker. Let's use the thicker ones. These need to be called index papers. Because they are so thin. Okay, so we'll use these. They're not a lot thicker, but they are thicker. And I want to go ahead and cover them. So let's just do several at one time. Let's just go ahead and start gluing some down. Grab my glue because I had it in my bag. Okay, so I'm just going to glue some of these down. Now I could sew around these and all that good stuff, but I am not going to take the time to do that tonight. Especially with my husband being on the way home and knowing that the dogs are going to get going. And so my time on here is limited. Because those dogs, when they hear his car pull up, they actually hear his car down the road. It is so crazy. He could never sneak home without me knowing, because them dogs let me know. And they have a different bark for when it's their daddy. So, oh, and the other thing is I just got a huge inventory order in. So I will try to get on here later and maybe do like an inventory update, because I got some good stuff. I have several more orders of new, I want to say I've got some new stuff coming in the other orders as well. So that's a challenge, getting everything into Etsy and getting SKU numbers on everything. But if I get most of it done tonight, or at least some of it, I will get on here. Well, you guys will, if I do it, you guys would have already seen the Etsy inventory update, because I will post it as soon as I record it. And this video will upload in the morning, which tomorrow is Wednesday, January 26th. So I have that to do, plus my husband let me know I need to cut his hair tonight. So it's always something. And I went out to my mom's as soon as I got off work, because I had to go pick some stuff up. And I had got my little granddaughter, the little cowgirl, I had bought her a princess tent that has the lights and all in it. I had bought her one of those for Christmas, and they didn't set it up yet because, you know, they've been moving, and they were going to wait until they got to the new house to set it up. And so it was at my mom's house in the box, and Elena seen it yesterday, and she insisted, now she's 2. Well, she insisted that they go ahead and put her princess tent up. And that baby has been in that tent pretty much non-stop. And so when I went out there earlier, she grabbed my hand and she made me get in the tent with her. And she didn't want me leaving. So, you know, I had to spend a few extra minutes out there with my baby. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut these. Maybe I'm gonna attempt to cut them like this without using the paper trimmer, but you guys probably know by now that I do not cut very good, even when I have a guide like this. But it's okay. I am perfectly fine with it. So, yeah, so how many of you guys have made some of the things that we've done in the last few days, the videos? I would love to know if you have. It is exciting when I hear that you guys have made some of the stuff, and it still tickles me that you guys, whenever y'all talk about, oh, you're so talented. Y'all, I promise y'all, every time I read a comment that says that, I promise y'all bring a chuckle. Y'all make me laugh, because I just want to show those to my those comments to my girls. Be like, see, I told you. Because they pick on me. Because I don't have near the talent that, well, I don't even think I have talent. But they are just amazing. So, like my oldest daughter, she can do the hand smocking, and she makes most of my granddaughter's clothes. I don't know if she does it so much now that she's working. But there for the longest time, my granddaughter Lena, she did not think that you were supposed to buy clothes, you know. She got offended one day. Somebody asked her where she got her dress. And it just offended her, like that they didn't realize that her mama made it. She said, my mama made it? And she was probably about 4 at the time. But yeah, so that's why I get so tickled when you guys say stuff like that. It just cracks me up. So it's been crazy busy down here. The weather's been nasty and rainy. And just insane. Okay, so we've got that. See, that's probably the hardest part of it for me. Just getting all that cut. Let me put that in my little trash bucket there. I'm going to set this out of the way. So we've got 6 already kind of, I mean, we're real close to it. I mean, it's that simple and easy, really. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to take and, let's see, I want it this way. I want to have this on the front. Let's go ahead and round the corners, because y'all know I like the rounded corners. And the other thing you can do, you can ink these up if you want to. I'm not going to right now. Because like I said, I'm trying to get this done before my husband gets home so that the dogs don't go insane and drive me crazy and drive you guys crazy. So I don't know if I will get it done before he gets home, but we're trying. But I do like the look of the rounded corners. So I'm doing that. And I hear my husband now, so I'm going to pause the video and I will come back, okay? Okay, guys, I am back and my camera is off center. I'm trying a new setup. Okay, that took a little longer than I thought. So we have covered the cards. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to poke the holes in the cards. And the best way that I've found to do that is to just simply line them up where I want them. And then I am going to grab an ink pen somewhere. And of course that still has the plastic thing on it, but you know it. That's okay, I have plenty. All right, so let me line that back up. I'm just gonna line it up where I want it. And then I am just simply going to mark where my hole needs to be. And then I'll punch my hole out. Okay. And so on these, I'm just going to line the card up so that it'll be in the same spot on each one. And like I said, this is the hardest part about this entire project. And it's so nice to just be able to, you know, grab some ephemera and take with you. You know, if you're going to stay somewhere, if you're going to the park while the kids play, or, you know, anything like that. It's just so you don't have to take your big ephemera book, or, you know, however else you store yours. It just makes a really nice little setup. I do have eyelets. I could put eyelets in it, and I may come back at some point and put some eyelets in it. I don't know. I'm just not going to right now. So I'm just poking these holes. I probably have more cards than what I need, but it's okay. It is perfectly fine. And you can ink this stuff up. You can embellish it. You know, you can do all sorts of stuff with it. But we're just going over how to do the main little parts of it right now. Okay. So there are a number of different things that you can use for your ephemera on here. We can use these little glassine envelopes. These are not very big, so you couldn't put a lot in them, but I mean, they'll work fine. So we'll use one of these. So let's go ahead and glue that one down. And like I said, you can use, there's a lot of different things that you can use for this little ephemera storage. In the one that I had done earlier, I used some, you know, junk mail envelopes. all sorts of stuff. And so you want to make sure that you stay away from the holes. And it's okay if it goes over the edge. That doesn't bother me any at all. But, you know, this isn't going over the edge. And then I can write on the back, but I could see what's in this one, so it's not as necessary. But like if I decide to use, say, one of these, you guys have seen these, I'm sure. If you have ordered anything from my Etsy store, you know that I always try to include a little free gift. And so I always put these in there. So let's put this in, but I think I am going to do it like a pocket in case I have like some little skinny tags or washi tape strips or something. And so since I'm doing that, I'm going to put it more down towards the bottom. And so in this situation, I would want to utilize the back to indicate what is on there. Let's see, what else do we have that we can use? This is actually one of the little envelopes from some of the stuff that I have in my store. It's like a little vellum envelope, and we can use that. Let's see, I'm just trying to see how I want to do it. I mean, I can just leave it just like it is and not worry about it, and then just fold it over. It's not going to hurt anything for me to fold it. I could cut it, but you know, what's the point in doing that? So I'm just going to see. I'm trying to line it up, and it's not working with me having all the stuff underneath here. There we go. So I'm just going to line it up, see where I need to fold it at. And again, it doesn't matter if it goes over the edge a little bit. I am perfectly fine with that. So let me just fold that down. Okay, so see, that's a good use of, you know, we're recycling this. So you can use, you know, whatever you have. We can figure out a way to be able to use it. So let's put that in there. Just like that. And so we can still see what's in this one. But we can open it, and it'll open on up. So we got 3 done already. This is another one of, it's in my Etsy store. It's it came with like some different tickets and stuff. So we can use this, may as well. And since we're okay with it being over, I'm wondering if I want to glue it down like that, or do I want to do the same thing and glue it down that way? I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's cut this one off, and then we will, we might use the bottom as well. So let's just cut it like maybe right there. That's some real good cutting, isn't it? And I'm going to glue this little spot here, maybe. If I can do it without getting glue all through it. Look how even that cutting is, guys. Okay, so the way that I need to trim it, I don't guess it really matters. I'm not going to deal with it and get it all over my scissors. So I'm just going to glue this in. And so we have this little clear pocket that we can see what we have in there. And again, it was recycling something that we already had. So it's making a good use. And I kept the end that I did because it's got the little sticky part there, so I can close it. so I can open and close that little area there once it dries. So there's that. This, we can actually use this, and it doesn't have a closure, so let's wait on that. We can make a vellum envelope. Let's see. How big do we want it to be? Because we don't want to go over. So I'm just going to fold it here. And then I will give myself a little, I'd probably go over just a little bit, but that's perfectly fine. That looks close enough for me. Let me cut that top part off. I'm not going to trust myself with the scissors again. And we just need it to, you know, cover that little area there. And I will score just so that I can make it look a little bit better. I'm just going to score the sides so that I can have a little gusset. So just scoring it a little bit there. And that's all I'm doing. And I've done it again. I scored it the wrong way for what I had already folded, so it doesn't matter. Guys, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm so goofy. So let me just do that, and then I'll cut some of that off. So let's cut this. Look at here. I'm getting everything. So we just need to cut that area right there. And then angle that. And then we'll cut this area here. And angle it. Then we'll angle this little spot. Oh my goodness, guys, my cutting is, ooh. It has something to be desired. And you could put a little thumb hole, you know, thumb pull in it if you wanted to. I'm not going to stress over it. And I'm just going to glue this little spot down. That's all I'm doing, just gluing the envelope closed. Look at how awful my cutting is. Oh my goodness. It's a good thing this is my little ephemera thing. Whew. Look at that. That's awful. I should cut this part of the video out. I'm not going to do that. No, because you guys know how I am, you know. It is what it is. Alright, and so we've got that. Now we can just glue this down in there. And it does go over, but that's perfectly fine. I don't mind it going over. So, again, I'm trying to just keep stuff where I can see what's in my pockets. But, you know, if you don't, you know, it's not the end of the world. You can write on the back of the little card and know what's in your pockets. You can put tabs on it, saying what's in each of the little pockets. Let's do one more. Well, hey, I only have one more card left. That works out. So I have these little glassine bags, and we can do the same type thing with these. And one thing I've done in the other is I made like a double pocket out of these. You know, we could do that here, or we can just make it into an envelope and be done with it. And I'm thinking with my track record, it might be better to just make it into an envelope. Because I'm being awful. So I'm just going to like do those corners like that right there. And then I will cut this little area off, or attempt to. Oh, guys, that takes some skill, right? Oh, I mean, I crack myself up with my cutting. Okay, let's cut the end off of this so that we can do this. Now, let me make sure I got the end opened. I did. Okay. So we're going to put a little bit of glue right through here. And then we're just going to smoosh it down and all over the place. Oh my goodness, guys. How do I do this all the time? I would think I would learn. Okay, so now we have done this one where it is closed up. So we have a little pocket here, and then we have a little pocket there, and then that will just close down on it. And so let's glue that down. Y'all can tell this one is, this is just showing you some of the stuff you can do with like whatever you just have laying around. Okay, so we've got that done. So we've got quite a few that we can actually use to put some ephemera in. Fun. So now let's go ahead and put the clips on it. And so these are the little clips that I like to use. These are the 1-inch little, I don't even know what these things are called. Book rings maybe? I don't know. Let's see. What's our cover? Oh, it goes like this. Okay, so now I just need to hook everything in. So I'm just going through, and you know, I don't really, it doesn't matter what order for me right now that it's in. This is just a little fun way to keep up with your stuff. Okay, so we've got that one. Now let's do the bottom. And I gotta make sure I catch everyone because I'm bad about not catching them all when I'm doing this kind of stuff. So that's my biggest thing, is make sure I get them all hooked. And I think, nope. Okay, I think we're all hooked up now. All right, so there we go. Look at that. Now, let me move some of this stuff out of the way. And I think I have a little bit of ephemera I can put in here. Oh, that's not trash. I was about to throw that away. I'm just trying to clean some of my mess up because you guys know that I can make a mess. All right, let me grab my... So this is some of my ephemera from my newest collection. So like if I was going to be going somewhere where I wanted some ephemera, I would just take, you know, I'd put me some little journal words in there. So I'd have that. Right here, I might would put some of my little tea cards. In this one, I could put, let's see, I could put some of these little labels down in here. And so then I can see what's in there. And then what's in this one? Oh, we have that little pretty clear pocket. Let's see, what can we put in here? What about some of the honey ephemera from the little honeybee collection? So we can stick that down in there. And then we have this. And these may be too wide for that, but we'll try it out. No, those fit, see? So we could put some of the Grungy Rose playing cards down in there. And then we have this one back here that we got several different little pockets, if they're not glued together, from my little gluing experience. You guys should know by now that I am awful when it comes to glue. Okay, so what can we put in here? We can put some of the little, we can do some of the smaller Valentine labels, and we can do some of the larger ones. And so there we have it. Look at all that. We have quite a bit of little ephemera in there. And then, you know, when I get back, if I say, you know, if I don't want to put it, you know, back in the, you know, where I had it, and I want to have it, you know, when I go somewhere else, but I don't want to keep it, I can take these little cards out. Just take them off of the little ring somehow. And then I can just store them just like this down in my index card box. And so I can have several, you know, already ready and done, you know, with the different ephemera. And then, you know, if I'm going somewhere and say, oh, I want to get the playing cards, or I need to get these labels, I can just pull straight from it and not have to worry about it. So anyway, guys, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know, you know, if you like this, if you make one of these, let me know. I'd love to know. You know, guys, and crafting with me is always an adventure, because you never know what I'm going to do, how it's going to, because like I said, I'm a visual person, so I have to see things, so I do things a lot different probably than most people do, but that's how I do. So anyway, guys, I will post some pictures, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys.